Nvidia's DLSS 4 promises big frame rate gains with MultiFrame Generation on RTX 50. At CES 2025, Nvidia introduced DLSS 4 with MultiFrame Generation, which can synthesize up to 3 AI frames per traditionally rendered frame on RTX 50 series GPUs. Nvidia and multiple outlets report potential up to 8x performance boosts versus traditional rendering, along with a revamped transformer model for ray reconstruction and super resolution aimed at reducing VRAM pressure and improving stability. Nvidia says 75 games apps are slated to support the feature, with marquee titles like Cyberpunk 2077 and Alan Wake 2 in the initial wave. Driver-level overrides are intended to help older titles benefit where possible. As with prior DLSS iterations, user perception will hinge on artifacting, latency, and developer uptake, but early coverage suggests meaningful uplift in fully ray-traced 4K 240 FPS scenarios on new hardware. At CES 2025, Nvidia introduced DLSS 4 with MultiFrame Generation, claiming up to 8x frame rate boosts by synthesizing multiple AI frames per traditionally rendered frame on RTX 50 series GPUs. The update also includes transformer-based models for ray reconstruction and super resolution aimed at improving stability while reducing VRAM pressure. Nvidia and early coverage point to 75 titles and apps in the initial wave, including Cyberpunk 2077 and Alan Wake 2, with driver-level overrides for older games. As with prior DLSS iterations, real-world perception will hinge on artifacting, latency, and developer uptake. But early reports suggest meaningful uplift in fully ray-traced 4K 240 FPS scenarios on new hardware. For creators, encoder-decoder improvements pair with higher FPS pipelines for capture and streaming. At CES 2025, Nvidia introduced DLSS 4 with MultiFrame Generation, up to 3 AI frames per traditionally rendered frame on RTX 50 series GPUs, claiming up to 8x performance versus traditional rendering. A revamped transformer model for ray reconstruction and super resolution targets improved stability with lower VRAM pressure. Nvidia and multiple outlets list 75 titles in the initial wave, e.g. Cyberpunk 2077, Alan Wake 2, with driver-level overrides available to help older games benefit. As with prior DLSS iterations, real-world perception hinges on artifacting, latency, and developer uptake, but early reports suggest meaningful uplift for fully ray-traced 4K 240 FPS scenarios on new hardware. The rollout also pairs with updated encoders, decoders, and features like smooth motion on RTX 50.